Hi everyone, this is Mitch from Minnesota Ag Group in Kasson, Minnesota. Today we're going to be talking about setting automatic crop settings in a Case IH Midrange combine with the Case IH Pro 700 monitor. To start off, we're going to turn our machine on. We'll get to our main screen here, and we're going to go into the toolbox. And we need to lay out how we want our screen to show automatic crop settings. As you might remember, within the toolbox we've got all these different tabs. The tab we're going to be changing our run screens are in the layout tab, and within the layout tab we can choose our run screen. For this video we're going to be doing our automatic crop settings on page run 4. Within run 4, we are going to need 3 main icons. The first being crop type, which I have already added here. The second being work condition, which you can see is already added. And the third being machine settings, which is already added right here also. I've added a few other things to show us for demonstration purposes on this video. After we have added everything to our run screen, we're going to want to go back and go to that run screen. Once we navigate to our run 4 page on our run screen, you can see we've got everything added here that we put in the toolbox. First of all, we're going to be wanting to have the correct crop type in there. So within our crop type, we can choose our many different crop types. The one we'll be using for today would be corn. And we want to change our work condition. So we will create a new work condition with corn. And some of you guys might want to have a work condition for dry corn and wet corn, but for purposes of this video we will just leave it as corn for now. I'll just show you right away within these machine settings icon here, the different options we have. And here is the info button, the reset button, and the save button. So again, that's the save button on the far left, the reset or resume button in the middle, and the info button on the far right. To start off, a few things that I can show you without the machine running is how this resume button actually works. So as you'll see here, we've got the sieve setting at 4 and the lower sieve setting at 15. If I wanted to go change these, here on the right I'm going to change them. I'll change the top sieve. As you can see, the top sieve is changing because I told it to. And now if for some reason I want to go back to that previous setting, I can hit my reset button and the top sieve goes back to 4. And I can do the same for the lower sieve. Say I want to bring the lower sieve down some, actually. Bring the lower sieve down to 8, and I can hit my reset button and it should bring it back as it did. A few other things that I'll show you will come in the next video. I will need the machine on for that. Stay tuned. Hi everyone, welcome back to part 2 of automatic crop settings in a Case IH Midrange combine. Now that we have our machine on, we will notice that when I turn the separator on, that the machine settings save button will become visible for us to grab and save our machine settings. here I go. I'm going to turn the separator on. And we can hear the separator turn on in the combine now. And now you can also see that the save button has become viewable. So a few things that I might do just to show you a quick version of what the automatic crop settings are capable of. We're going to grab the upper sieve, and if you watch that there, make the upper sieve a little wider there. And we'll turn it up to 14. Now let's say that I've found some reason that I want to keep that while I'm harvesting this fall. I'll go to my machine settings and my save button, which remember is the far left side, and I click on it, and it now saves these settings here. All these settings are now saved under this dry corn work condition. And now that I've hit the save button and I have not actually changed any of my other combine settings, the resume button is also blanked out, so we're not able to touch the resume or the save button. Now if I go ahead and I change my upper sieve even more, let's say I change it to 16, now we can see that both of my buttons have come back into place. So now I could either save this new machine setting, or I could resume it back to the old 14 upper sieve setting. So let's say now I want to go and resume it back to that setting. Now I hit my resume button and the upper sieve does go back to the 14 setting. Now these machine settings can be used for any of these here: concave opening, rotor speed, feeder speed. It comes in very handy when you're going through a field with many different moistures or yield for crops. Stay tuned for more information with the Case IH Pro 700 monitor and the Case IH Axial Flow Combine. Thank you.